Dr. Reynolds, I like a lot of what I'm hearing from you today, but here's my dilemma. Our students are already doing very well on the high stakes tests that the state requires of us. I have to ask my staff, but something like 85% of the children are already proficient or advanced. I kind of have this mentality: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, I'm not sure if you've read the book From Good to Great, but the enemy of great is good. And so what you're saying is you've got good results, and so to move to great, you have to let go of good, and you have to be willing to risk to be great. And let me give you an example of what I mean by that. Um, Understanding science is different than being able to score on it. And in the same way that you can't put a score on the Mona Lisa, it could probably get a number of some kind. It presents to us a in-depth understanding that really goes beyond simple factual mastery. And with respect to doing science and understanding science, you really need to have the experience that comes along with that doing. For instance, when I was coaching soccer, I had a chance at one time to coach soccer. I would tell the players on the field that they had to space out. They had to move apart so that they could kick the ball to one another. And yet, as the game went on, I began seeing all the players bunched up in one little group. And as any soccer coach has seen, they'd literally just run around the field with one big bunch. And the reason is this: the students had heard about the game. They'd seen the game played, but they did not understand the game. They didn't have a fundamental understanding. They could have probably made an A on the soccer goals, the soccer scores, the rules of the game, but they didn't understand that in order to actually score in the game, you had to move apart where the ball wasn't and pretend that the ball was coming to you and fake people out and all the rest of that. So in doing science, you really have to get a fundamental understanding that's necessary in order to really inspire other people to go on and actually live a scientific life and to make science a meaningful part of our lives at home. So yes, you can get scores doing reading about science, by listening to other people talk about science, by watching other people do science. You can get scores that way. But I contend that scores are not what schools are made of. Not great ones. Good ones perhaps, but great schools provide the scores, they get student achievement, but not necessarily as the ceiling of student achievement, academic achievement, but as the floor, the beginning place of where students begin to progress in time.